Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen, going over a summary of what happened this week with the latest Star Citizen newsletter, but also new rewards for the Overdrive Initiative event and a new phase with that. Jumptown has returned with more new locations, and we've had an Inside Star Citizen on the Map app and Mobiglass updates coming to Alpha 3.23. Let's start with the newsletter. The countdown to CitizenCon begins. We've got all the latest news on this year's event in Manchester, UK, including ticket sales, community booth applications, the cosplay contest, the CitizenCon gala, and much more. Now, I've got a dedicated video on all of that CitizenCon update stuff. Check that out. I'll link it below. But you can watch the event entirely live for free. Stream it. Bam. Watch it great. If you want to attend and you want to get a ticket, it's a 2-day event on the 19th and 20th of October, and tickets are limited. The sales for tickets start on the 11th of April for subs and concierge, and then on the 12th of April is a public sale. There are a couple of flavors of tickets, sort of the standard ticket and then a premium one. Don't have a actual idea on pricing yet, but I'm expecting $200 to $300 for those range of tickets. The Overdrive Initiative, Xenothreat Surveillance, the new phase, Phase 4, is now live. So the Overdrive Initiative is a series of connected missions leading up to the Xenothreat Global event, which we've seen before. Over the next few weeks, regular new content will task brave pilots with supporting the civilian defense force as it battles a growing terrorist threat to the system. All current missions, and I believe the previous ones too, are going to be available in the contract manager of your Mobiglass until into May. Players who complete all the Overdrive Initiative missions will be rewarded with a complimentary upgrade from the Hornet F7C Mark II to the exclusive F7A military one, a 7-day free rental of the Hornet F7A Mark II as well, rather than just a 2 or 3 day one, and a set of Xenothreat medium armor. We do not have an exact date of when the sort of Overdrive Initiative is going to end, so bear that in mind. And the fourth mission, fourth phase, Xenothreat Surveillance, is now live. Evidently, Xenothreat have been getting its intel by hijacking comm arrays around Stanton. Get out there, find the compromised stations, and shut them down. Stay alert for more information, as ending this infiltration is likely to be more complicated than turning off a few comm arrays. Open your Mobiglass and accept the Overdrive Initiative Xenothreat Surveillance mission to get started. This adds to the data heist, bounty hunt, and fleet battle mission sets from the previous phases. Jumptown 2.1 returns. So this is another dynamic event on the live build of the game from now until the 15th of April, and cycling every 24 hours at 4 p.m. UTC. A different Jumptown location will activate. Basically, there are big facilities around the Stanton system that have 2 production points where valuable narcotics keep on being pumped out. These basically allow you to make big profits if you can get lots of these packages out and either to Grimhex or deposit them off at a more secure site to be taken into custody. Now, me personally, I'm super interested in Jumptown once 3.23 is live, because there are still issues with that dynamic event with desync and Star Citizen not really being, in the current live build, not a hugely fulfilling FPS experience yet. Now, 3.23, much more fulfilling, much better, much more refined. There are updated locations as well for Jumptown. The new Daymar location offers a clear view for snipers and attackers. Paradise Cove has moved to Walla, the moon there, and has a large mountain offering some protection from bombers and other aerial threats. Raven's Roost on Microtech now has the drug lab hidden in the mountains, with less trees and snowstorms, encouraging combat on foot or using light ground vehicles. There is a ship sale on 2 for ships and vehicles that are good for assaulting or defending the facilities or getting away with your loots. So we've got the Hercules A2, $750, incredibly expensive ship. That's one I'd recommend 100% getting in game. There's the Hercules C2, $400, the Ares Ion and Inferno, $250 each there. The Arrow, $75, really like that light fighter. The C8R Pisces, which is the medical sort of variant of it, and that's $65. The Corsair, $250, fantastic multi-role. More focused at exploration Drake ship, but very multi-role, very mission runnery. There's the Nox, $45 for that little ground jet bike. Now, with all ground vehicles, 100% recommend them getting them in game because they're so inexpensive to get in game. But I mean, I'm not your dad. You do what you want. The Sabre, $170, fantastic medium fighter. The Spartan, which is a sort of ground APC, $80. The Storm, which is a light strike tank, and that's $90. And then the Storm AA, $100. You've got the Valkyrie, which is a fantastic dropship. $375 though, pretty expensive. And the Prowler, $440. There's also a Warbond upgrade for that Prowler as well, so you can get it a bit cheaper if you don't use any store credit there. So a cool little event. Jumptown. I'm interested to know people's experiences within the latest live build of 3.22.1. Are they having a good experience, or is it desyncy and their problems? Yeah, as I said, I'm really looking forward to it being in 3.23. I do think there's a lot of improvements there. I do think the replication layer and maybe some minor networking updates might help a bit there. We'll have to wait and see. Inside Star Citizen. This episode was on maps and apps. So basically, the Moby-Glass is getting a visual overhaul, massive visual overhaul for 3.23 using some tech they've now developed called cards for UIs. And this also has them converting all apps over to the new system, though in the initial 3.23 build, the Vehicle Manager and Comms app haven't been properly updated yet, so they're going to look like the old ones, but everything else and the main homepage looks much nicer, cleaner, more streamlined. The home screen has a ton of new functionality, from showing bits about your ship to health to various notifications, your current jurisdiction, crime stat, rep. There is a whole new health app as well, giving you details of any injury, issues and stats. It allows you to track all of this previously under the hood medical data as well, so you can appropriately treat yourself or know exactly what you need to do to get your character into a good state again. The contract manager needed some updates, visual polish, a better user experience. You can now toggle legal and illegal missions. Bam, which ones do you want to see? The Starmap app, the original one, kind of trash. So they've got a new Maps app, which basically combines the star map and local maps and all of that sort of data together. So you open it, at a landing zone, you're going to see an expanded sort of local mini-map. Interior maps give you an interactive 3D view of the level that you are on. It's all signposted, and you can set waypoints and custom markers, mission objectives, and even select a point of interest, which are all sort of shown on the side. So you can go, I'm at this location. Oh, there's these shops and these things to do. This will pathfind as well to the location you want to go to if you set a location. This will also potentially suggest using transit systems if there's not a direct path there. They are working on some issues with this at the moment, though. This is all planned to be in for a lot of landing zones and ships in 3.23, and they're going to be expanding this as they go. The star map is vastly improved as well. It is a better user experience. You can zoom all the way in and out to sort of like point of interest all the way out to the star system. You can click on any marker and more easily find locations and points of interest. It will give you details of any facilities and their amenities as well at locations. They are working on making it feel even more pleasant. They want it to be easy to read and to use. You'll use this to set routes and navigate. There is feedback if a route is obstructed or you don't have enough fuel. There's also a search bar, which is pretty useful, which allows you to sort of type in a couple of letters of a location you want to go to, and it will go, did you mean this location? Yes, I did. This will really help you navigate the verse quickly. It's genuinely pretty good now that it feels like you can actually click on stuff properly. They are going to continue to evolve and improve the star map and Moby-Glass, so it looks better and feels better and is genuinely a very high quality of life experience. CIG are still in the EVOCATI phase of Alpha 3.23 though, and a few new patches came out throughout the week. It's looking to me like phase 1 sort of PTU will be out next week, but I'm unsure if 3.23 will make the live date of April that CIG had targeted. It's possible, we'll sort of have to kind of see. I personally think early to mid-May at the moment. We did have a roadmap update as well, saying that there's going to be a 3.23.x patch, and that patch is already planned, and we're getting ship modularity in that, which will premiere with the Retaliator, which is also getting brought up to gold standard at the same time. Obviously, pretty excited about the CitizenCon stuff, but really excited about ship modularity as well, being in the sort of game and in our hands, even if it's just with the Retaliator to start with, in the quite near future. This week's sneak peek from the newsletter as well was one of the distribution centers on Microtech coming to Alpha 3.23. These are hugely expansive sort of points of interest that have a load of missions and mission content associated with them, from sort of combat stuff to cargo bits, just to generally being a place that you'll keep on coming back for more and more missions and to do more and more. Boom! That's it for your weekly update this time around. I'm really interested to know, are you playing in any of the sort of live things that are on at the moment? Are you playing in the Overdrive initiative? Are you playing around in Jumptown? Or are you just sort of getting involved with these EVOCATI patches for 3.23? Do you think that the live patch for 3.23 will make it by the end of April, or do you think it's much more likely to be May now? Whatever questions or thoughts you have, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. We do have a ship giveaway. Every month we'll give away a ship, and for this month we're giving away an F7C Mark II, that Hornet, the sort of newest version of that. It comes with a game package, so all you need to play Star Citizen and lifetime insurance. Just comment on any of my videos made during the month to be in for a chance of winning that. Also, you should potentially check out the links down below for things like NordVPN, which is the best darn VPN I have on my channel that I advertise. Click that. Get discounts on other stuff below as well. And if you want to go further to support the channel, click on the join button. I genuinely appreciate everyone that's gone the extra mile to support us, whether that's pressing the join button or Patreon or just leaving a comment, sharing videos, all that sort of jazz. Thank you so much for watching. You take care and have a great weekend.